Washing my hands.
Hi, my name is Bobby. I'm a student PTA here at Penn State Hazleton. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Zach Fry, 31504.
Do I have consent to work with you today?
Yes.
And then can you tell me where you are?
I'm at Penn State Hazleton.
And can you tell me what day of the week it is?
It's Wednesday.
Cool. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a balance test. We're going to do a sensation test, and we're going to do a coordination activity. I could just see in your chart that you've been having some difficulty feeling your right hip when you're seated, and that you have a little bit of an injury to the L1 nerve root. So we're going to be doing some tests and some activities that are going to kind of target towards that injury to hopefully get things a little bit better. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Real quick, expectations for you. There should be no pain during this entire thing, so if you feel pain, let me know and we're going to stop. There also should be no fatigue. So when we're doing our activities, just make sure if you feel a little bit fatigued, lightheaded, anything like that, just let me know and we will stop. And we'll take a little bit of a break. During our balance portion, if you feel like you are going to lose your balance, don't worry. I'm going to have this gait belt around you, and I will have good, strong hands around your waist to make sure that you do not fall. Okay? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a good segue into talking about the gait belt. So, if you could just lean forward for me, I'm going to be placing this gait belt around your waist. Like I said, just to make sure I have a good grip and I don't want to rip your clothes.
Seated. I see you have injury to your L1 nerve root, and then you're just struggling a little bit with balance, which we're going to be working on today. And then,
Okay, here's your gait belt.
Okay.
And I'll be
So
having
what that
close
means
guards.
today
Like I said, my
is
hands will be
that
very
we're
close
gonna be
towards you
doing
just to make sure that
a
there's no chance of falling.
symptom
Okay?
test,
Alright, just to
see
ask a couple
if
questions
you
before we
know
start.
where you
A
are
pain scale. So for your right hip, is there a pain scale starting from 0 going up to 10? 0 being no pain, 10 being worst pain of your life. Do you have any pain today?
No.
No, so it's 0 out of 10. you would
Yeah,
say?
0 out of 10.
Cool. ADL. So what that is activities of daily living. Are there any activities of daily living that are affected due to your right hip?
Yeah, walking upstairs.
Okay. Walking upstairs.
You can
All right,
do
cool.
yours if you want to.
We'll target that today.
Okay.
Your prior level of independence. So when it comes to doing things on your own, has your right hip or your balance or anything affected that level of independence?
Yeah, I was completely independent before.
You were independent. Okay, do you have anybody at home that kind of helps you now, or you still?
Yeah.
Okay, you have someone at
My
home.
wife.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I think so.
And then finally, do you have any goals to get out of therapy? So any
Um,
goals that you want us to really target and hopefully get you towards in a fair amount of time?
I want to get back to walking my dog.
Back to walking your dog. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna start just with a little skin inspection. So it's your right hip. It's your L1 dermatome. So it's kind of by like your like groin area almost. If you can you just kind of slide just a little bit, just so I can see the top to see your skin? Good. Okay. All right. The skin's all intact. It looks okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna do what we call a goniometric measurement. So if you can, I'm gonna be right here next to you, just so we don't have any chance of losing our balance. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna sit on the edge of this table, okay? And you're gonna have your feet kicked out towards me.
Mhm.
So, like I said, my hands are gonna be here. Just stand up for me real quick. Perfect. If you could hop up on the table. Perfect. And then your seat is considered a safe position. We're gonna be testing your right leg. It's gonna be a passive range of motion, so I'm gonna be doing all of the work. You just kind of hang out and let me do my thing, all right?
Mhm.
Okay. If you could lift your leg up just a little bit for me, place this towel underneath. Okay. So, be right here. Down. And
I don't know when between our classes because we're doing that.
okay, so normal is 45.
So yeah.
You are at 40 degrees. So just a little bit hypomobile, but that's okay.
Okay.
You can just like that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay, we're going to move on to our sensation test, which is going to be proprioceptive awareness. So I'm going to have you. Can you see this good enough? Yeah. We're going to hop back off the table. We're going to sit down in that chair. So whenever you're ready, just kind of hop down for me. Perfect. Take your time. Have a seat. Good, perfect. Okay, so what proprioceptive awareness is, I'm basically going to be taking this right leg. I'm going to be putting it in 4 different kind of spots. So I may lift your leg up. We'll test on your non-affected side first. I may lift your leg up. This will be considered the up position. You'll tell me that, I'll hold it here, you'll let me know where it's at.
All right.
I may put the leg down, it'll be in the down position. We may go outwards, or we may go inwards, okay?
All right.
So, what I'm gonna want you to do is you're gonna close your eyes and you look towards your left for me. Perfect. You let me know what position your leg's in, okay?
All right.
All right, ready?
Up. In. Down. Out. In. Up.
Perfect, good. All right, very nice. You can open your eyes now. All right, we're gonna move on to our coordination little exercise that we're gonna do. So it's gonna be a little bit of, it's kind of like a heel slide, except you're gonna be taking the heel and you're gonna be sliding it along your shin bone. So we're gonna hop up on the table. Whenever you're ready, like I said, I'm gonna be right next to you. We're gonna stand up, go on ahead. And then you're going to lay on your back. Go on ahead. Perfect. Still feeling all right? No pain, anything? No fatigue?
No.
All good? Okay, so I am gonna have to take these shoes off real quick, if that's okay. There we go. Double knotted them bad boys. For sure. There we go. Okay, so what you're going to be doing, if you just kind of look at me, if I were to be laying down, you're going to take your right leg, you're going to place it on your shin, then you're going to slide up towards your knee, back down, and then repeat.
All right.
We're going to be doing 4 reps for 3 sets. Okay? Whenever you are ready, you can start. Go ahead. Good, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, feeling good?
Yep.
No fatigue?
No.
No pain?
No.
Good, so we would do 2 more sets of that for a total of 3 sets. Cool. And then finally, we're gonna end with our balance test. The balance test we're gonna be doing is called the Tenetti. I'll walk you through it, don't worry. But what we're gonna need to do first is I'll slide this chair up to here just so they can see a little bit better. If you don't mind just kind of hopping down over this way, we'll walk around and we'll get in the chair. Take your time. Like I said, I'm here in case if anything goes south. Perfect. Okay. So with the Tenetti test, we're going to be doing a couple of different, just like little motions. We'll be starting off just with your seated balance. But what I'm going to want you to do, your shoes, put them back on before we start. So just to run through it real quick while you're putting on your shoes. We have seated balance. You'll stand up. I'll look at your immediate standing balance and then your standing balance after a couple seconds. A couple little nudges to make sure that you don't fall over. Your eyes will be shut for a little bit. You'll turn 360 degrees and you'll sit back down. But I'll walk you through it as we kind of go through it together. So when you sit down in the chair, I'm gonna have you scoot forward a little bit. I don't want you to be leaning on the backrest just to see your seated balance for a couple seconds. Good. No swaying, no sliding out of the chair, no falling over. You're looking good. We're gonna go to stand up now. So I'm gonna have you stand up. If you don't have to use your arms, okay, perfect, that works. You didn't have to use your arms. It took him 1 attempt to stand up. His standing balance is looking good. He's not swaying. He's not falling over. He's not reaching for objects. So that was his immediate standing balance. Now his normal standing balance, still same thing. No swaying, no movement, no reaching for any objects. We're gonna do a couple of perturbations now, which are those little nudges I talked about. So I may push you from here. Just don't fall. Try not to fall over or lose your balance. Just kind of sway with it a little bit. I may push you here. Maybe we'll go from behind. I'll push by your hip. Do both shoulders. Good. How's that feel? Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. And then we're gonna move on. Now you're gonna have your eyes closed. If you close your eyes for 10 seconds for me. 1, 2, no sway, no falling over, no reaching. 10, looking good. You're gonna turn 360 degrees. So you're gonna turn towards me, which is your right side. Go on ahead. Fantastic job. Good. No falling over, no dizziness with that, nothing crazy.
No.
Good. And then finally, we're gonna end by sitting back down in the chair. Go ahead. Good, you didn't miss the chair, you didn't have to reach for it, it didn't take you multiple times, it was pretty good. Okay, we're going to conclude our treatment with just a couple more things, a couple basic things. That that passive range of motion I did is called hip external rotation. We're gonna do it actively now. So you're gonna take your right leg, just kind of bring your foot towards the inside, show me how far you can go. And back. Perfect. If you could just show me that skin spot again, just so I can check to make sure there's no irritation. Looking good, the skin looks good. And then your pain scale, has that changed? You mentioned it to be a 0 out of 10. Has that changed to anything, or does it still remain a 0? So no pain at all.
Still a 0.
Perfect. And then finally, we're just going to talk about our home exercise plan. So for the home exercise plan, I'm going to have you do that coordination test where I had your heel sliding against your shin. You're going to do 4 reps each time. I want 3 sets of that, and you're going to do it 2 times a day, every day until you come back to therapy. And maybe we'll change things, we might keep it, but for now, 4 reps, 3 sets, 2 times a day. If you feel any pain, immediately stop, give yourself time to recover, rest, come back to therapy, we'll talk about it, maybe we'll change things. And if you feel fatigued throughout it, you shouldn't feel any fatigue. So that's another time where you can stop, give yourself a little bit of rest, and then you continue. Sound fair?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, thanks for letting me work with you today.
You're welcome.